Hello and welcome back to the Remembering Tuscola webcast. I'm David Porter. I'm here with Bob Taylor and Alan Michener and Bill Englehart. We're missing Mike today. He's not feeling 100%, so we'll give him the week off. Anything going on, guys, that before we get rolling?
A lot of rain.
Hmm.
Had a
Well, you
pretty
can
good,
say that again.
yeah, we had a pretty good. I was up at Muhammad to a car show last Saturday, I guess it was, and it just started to sprinkle a little bit when I left up there, come home, and time I got to Pasodum, it was really coming down, and the time I got to Tuscola, it was even worse. Oh,
Yeah, we got a lot of rain, but it didn't last very long yesterday, here at least.
no, not. But it did in Champaign yesterday. It,
Yeah.
it rained pretty heavy up there, but it didn't rain much here. So
I'm having some work done in my yard and it slowed down construction.
yeah.
Have a
Well, I
little,
got a little mowing done yesterday, and it was hot. I can tell you that. About 1:30 in the afternoon. I don't know how. Well, let's see. Yeah, I did that one yesterday. The day before, I mowed out at the. No, it was yesterday morning. I mowed out at the Methodist Church, and we got there early enough that it wasn't too bad. But boy, by the midday, it was getting pretty hot.
well, I want to mention our sponsor this week is Elite Builders. We usually put that at the end and thought maybe put it up to the front this time. Uh, and we've got homecoming activities coming, still a month away, a little over a month. Um, what is it, September? What? Do you guys know the
I think it's
date?
20, does 29 sound about right?
Well,
I'm not for sure that it might be a
I could,
little earlier, but
I can tell you, hang on just a second.
yeah, I can look up Marcy's newsletter. But
September 26th.
okay, there's a special deal going on. We're going to tell you more about that in the coming weeks. They're going to have a celebration of 50 years of girls sports in Tuscola, and so there's a group of women in particular who are working on that. And I don't know what exactly they have planned for homecoming, uh, but they're going to do something, and we're going to find out what that is, and we're going to have it on. We'll probably do a special episode of our program so we can talk to them and find out what they're doing. So
50 years.
50 years, you were part of that, Bill.
No, I wasn't 50 years ago.
Not 50
I
years
was at
ago, but you
Arcola.
but you no, but you taught girls sports in Tuscola.
Yeah. I was, well, yeah, but
You were coach.
actually, you know where I was at that time? I was with this is good, Bob. I was with Nancy Stiff at Arcola.
I'll be darned. You know, Judy told me, and I believe it was February of 1974. They played 9 games, and
Mhm.
they either used the old volleyball uniforms or the track uniforms at that time as their basketball uniform.
I'll be
74.
Yeah, 74. And then 75, I think they had a little larger schedule and started a little
I
earlier.
We had the first you want to call it holiday tournament during my period. I got that organized. Mr. Murray was the AD, and he consented to it. And we had a little four-team thing up here. Girls were very excited. Uh, we had new uniforms too, had sleeves in them, something special for them. And the first year we had a good team. We really did, but injuries and a couple other things waylaid us. But after that, we didn't win so many games, but we sure had a lot of girls participating, which was nice to see. And of
Sure.
course, the program developed along the way, and you ended up with athletes like Susan Harris.
Yeah.
Right.
we had some really outstanding girl athletes, and in the 90s, my goodness gracious,
Mhm.
we've really had some good ball players,
Yes.
Well,
good
we've
athletes all around.
oh,
Track.
now even in the last couple of years with the
Oh,
um
Coach
had a
Colbecker.
couple of track stars and
Oh
cross
yeah.
country and
Right.
Well, Coach Colbecker really put the basketball on the map. Jerry Blotto coached too, and oh yeah,
I think Stan coached for a while.
Stan coached for a while. Stan used to coach at ABL.
Hmm.
well, I don't know where the gals that want to come on, I don't know where they live. We may want to do this like downtown as a live thing or something, but anyway, we'll work that out. We'll let you know and we'll promote it on our space here and 50 years ago I was 10 years old. I wasn't even thinking about girls.
Now come on, you might have been at 10.
Well, maybe, but thinking about them be all I could do. Well, I can tell you what, I may have been thinking about girls, but they were not thinking about me. So, you ready to look at some pictures?
Yes, sir.
Sure.
All right, make sure I get the right file here.
Time threshing machine.
Have we seen that before?
Probably. This was a popular display.
Trying to see.
Got rubber tires on it.
Oh,
Sure does, doesn't it?
Jim Fleming says this is Russell Helms' Reeves steam engine. Put rubber tires on it for parades.
mhm.
Barbara Beal says Grandpa Everett Meyer is in the photo.
Yeah.
So we've got quite a few. They used to put on steam shows, and we've got quite a few pictures. These all these pictures came from September of 1962. That was the envelope they were in.
Okay.
Blow that up a little bit. I'm going to see if that was Deputy Dog. Is that who that is on the? Yeah, it's Yogi Bear on that one. The other one I think is and I think that's Deputy Dog.
Yeah.
It is. You're right, Al.
Yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know that I wanted to get a couple of points in there because you guys
Okay.
weren't paying attention to that.
I see. All right. Well, Alan gets how do we score cartoon points?
I don't know. They may be scored differently. I think they're for at least 10 of them.
Yeah,
10
well,
for each identification on cartoons.
you can make them as much as you want.
Yeah.
It's probably a good thing Mike's not on here because he's behind already.
Yeah.
There you go.
He complained last week because he didn't get any.
Well, he complains a lot anyway.
Well,
Okay, here we are, the old
who would get some of
sled.
these?
Boy, look at that thing.
Mike could be able to name all these guys, whether it's
What?
Well,
I can tell you one thing. See the boy on the right without the helmet on?
yep,
That's Rick Beatty,
yep, it sure is.
I believe. It's
Yeah, I
Rick.
think you're
Yeah.
right.
It
It
is.
looks like him.
It is. Yeah. That's the way he liked to play with no helmet.
no.
Well, he might have. Yeah, that's what's wrong today.
Very
Sorry,
possible.
Rick. Had to get a word in edgewise.
Yeah. Probably Floyd Barbie or somebody there.
Pinky
Yeah, could
Cunningham.
be.
Or
That's
probably
Pinky.
Pinky Cunningham, yeah. Be right, that's the right age group.
Boy, I remember that sled. That
Oh,
must have
man.
weighed 2 tons.
Yep.
I'm
It
sure
was
they
a
put that
monster.
I'm sure they put that together in the ag shop, don't you imagine?
Probably.
Another steam picture. I don't want to spend too much time on these steam pictures. Looks like the same wagon.
I think we've seen those before.
Oh,
Now
Yeah,
that
so
we want to
there's,
spend a little, that's when we want to spend a little
you
time.
want to spend a little time on this one?
I can
Yeah.
guarantee you, Mike Carroll just passed out.
Yeah.
yes, he did.
Well, you can't see their feet very well. I think that's Mike's deal.
Hmm.
On the far right's Jane Rothgeb,
Yep.
Linda Moore,
Yep.
Yeah.
Erica Steiner,
Yep.
Mhm.
Linda Summerlot. I just
Yep.
passed out. Brenda Stewart.
No. Kitty Quiche, isn't it?
That's Kitty. Oh, that's right. Okay, that's Mike just passed out.
Yeah.
Go ahead and get the rest of them.
Well, is that Donna Dean? Donna.
Uh,
Right
Green
there.
Deaver says third
Beard.
from left is Beard.
Yeah.
Yeah, Donna Beard.
Yeah. Donna Beard.
Now the next two I don't know.
Well, the shorter one, is that a Snyder? No.
No, that wouldn't been.
This face is hard to look. I can't see the face.
They're too that's too far ahead of the Snyder girls.
Yeah.
The only one I was thinking about would have been Erica Steiner. But
Well, Erica, though, is, I think, the third one.
Oh, no, that's right. That's
Yeah.
right. No, it wasn't her then.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know those
I
first
don't
two.
know. No.
And I should have. I should have I wanted to know them, but I didn't remember their
I don't
names.
have any names on,
You don't have any names yet on these?
not on the two on the left.
Yeah.
Huh. That's interesting.
So
Hmm.
this one bathing suit's a little different. It's got a little
That's because that's Kitty Kish.
Get
took
a
a pair of
kiss.
scissors
Yeah.
to that one.
Yeah.
What class was she in? Mike or Bill?
Whatever Tom Mercer was in.
60
Okay.
then. 60.
Okay. So she was out.
Was she that old?
Yeah, she would have been.
Was
'Cause,
she?
see, Linda Summerlot was in. She was when she's 62,
She's 63.
63.
Yeah, she graduated in 63. Linda did.
Oh, okay.
Well, like I said, these pictures are from 62,
Yeah.
according
Well,
to the envelope.
Jane Rothgab, I think, was 62. Yeah, I tried to. I didn't recognize that house.
Is that the Albin house?
Bev Woods Dingler says my Aunt Gladys and Uncle Glenn Albin. Martha Rhodes says my neighbor's home looks different now.
Where is that?
South of town.
South.
Looks like a barn back here, and a lot of times we like to see these old pictures of houses, but I wanted to point out for the all the kids in our audience, because we got a lot of young people watching, I'm sure. This is called a TV antenna tower.
Yes, it
Yes.
was. Yes, it was.
And everybody had one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And sometimes if the picture wasn't coming in quite right, somebody had to climb up this ladder and manually turn that antenna.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah. And hope that there was no lightning outside.
Yeah. So
That's Carol Teeters.
Yeah, Carol
That's
Peters.
Carol Teeters.
Yeah. Boy, she looks like I saw her not too long ago. She looks so much like her mother. It isn't even funny.
Hmm.
That's Missy Wyatt on the left.
Yep.
I believe you're right. I
Good.
can't tell who that boy is.
Don't know who the guy is. Don't care.
I thought it when I first saw it, but I don't know that he was ever involved with that age group. Was George Lansky?
Well, actually, that was my thought. But I thought, now wait a minute, that can't be right. But who knows?
Yeah, well, maybe he was teaching swimming or something at that time. Because
Trying to
those girls,
identify kids in the background, even.
yeah,
Yeah, Missy Wyatt. She would have been the class of 67. She was
Yeah.
friends with Andrea. And
Yeah.
of course, she's there with Carol, and Carol was
Yeah.
Kathy Hanners tagged Melissa Wyatt and also tagged Bubba Humphreys. So I don't know if that means anything to you.
That's
Bubba Humphreys
Carol's
was
husband.
Carol's husband. Yeah.
Then we had an anonymous participant. I don't know if I like this being able to post anonymously in our group. I think if you're gonna post something, we want to know who you are.
Well, yeah.
I have to look at the settings, see if I can change that.
Andrea, you want to see this picture? Picture of Missy Wyatt.
Marine Diva says Missy Wyatt and Carol Teeters.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's who it is.
Yeah.
Are those the same lifeguards chairs that are out there now?
Could be.
I don't think they've changed at all, have they?
I don't believe so.
Looks like it's the same.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's in the summer lot again.
Yeah.
Linda
Oh,
Moore.
that's Judy. I think that's Jane Rothgap back on the other side of Summer Lot.
It is.
And Kitty and then Linda Moore.
Yeah. Whoa.
I didn't know, I thought about not using this one, but I know we like to look at the old cars and wanted to point out for the kids again, this is what we had when we were kids. This is the high board.
Oh, yeah.
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 We haven't had
Absolutely.
that in years.
Yeah.
Look at that one car is an Edsel.
I believe it is.
Yeah, that first car underneath
Yeah.
the poles is an Edsel. I don't know what year. There's a 57 Ford there, and about a 55 Oldsmobile, and about a 63 F85 or something. Looks like that.
On the far right, that almost looks like a Pontiac. The guy's standing in front of it. Huh.
Yeah.
The minus.
Oh, hit the minus. Let me
You
do
notice
that.
the elevator is very small. Uptown, the elevator. The big one hadn't been built yet.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. Hadn't noticed that. Of course, I drive cars a long time and I get them. Our cars right now are 15 and 20 years old. I must get that from my dad because he had bought a 1956 Oldsmobile, and I wasn't born until December of 1964, and I remember that car.
Yeah.
So he was still driving it into the 70s. But cars last, they say, a lot of things aren't built like they used to be, but it seems like cars these days are lasting a long time.
There was an old rule of thumb back in the old days, 40,000 miles. That was enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, we always think you get a car that had 50,000 miles on it, you thought, it's time to replace it.
Mm-hmm.
I've got one with over 330,000 miles on it. But
That's
it
pretty good.
Still runs like a top.
Well, they run pretty good, except they just rust out.
Yeah, it's starting to get a little rust, but yeah, that's not as bad as it used to be. I think
No, it isn't.
Improvements.
It was really bad, I think, in the 70s.
Yeah. Of course, it makes a difference that we're able to keep ours in the garage.
Yep, that makes a big difference.
Yeah. Another steam engine. Now, Jim Fleming says this is Altman Taylor tractor owned by Joe Rittenhouse of Bement. Tractor remains today owned by his son Morris. Tractor has been in Douglas County ever since it was new.
I knew both of those guys. Joe was the father and Morris is the son, and did a lot of work out at USI, and they were really, really nice guys.
And Morris says the Maddox family was the first owner of the Altman Taylor 3060. It's a 1918.
Wow.
I'll be darned.
So it's so apparently it's still around.
Hmm.
What it sounds like. This one, I just thought was an interesting picture. You can see all the engine working there.
Yeah.
Some of that stuff is just amazing to me that someone was able to engineer and figure out how to fit those parts together and make them work and move and be in sync. And I don't have any comments on this one.
Don't
No,
recognize
I don't
either
know.
one of them.
I was curious as to what that building is. It looks like stovepipes on either side coming out of the wall, or probably more likely going into the wall.
This almost looks like the old basement of the old Methodist church. I remember having those metal poles and beams.
Poles, yeah.
But I don't remember those stovepipe things coming out of the walls.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. And
I don't either. I don't know.
Used to have a pool table down there.
Sure did.
Hmm.
those Methodists shooting pool in the basement.
Shooting pool? Oh my gosh.
Wouldn't see that at a Baptist church, would you?
No, no.
Don't have any comments there.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah,
This
that
is
is.
a miniature steam engine.
Mm-hmm.
So apparently, Russ Helm says a Murdoch
Yeah.
used to build miniatures.
Russell Helm was chief deputy at one time.
Yes, he was.
Dennis Deckard said Russ did build a couple, but not sure about this one. This one has a case emblem on the front. Daniel Daly says, "Is that Dad?" I think it might be Grandpa Russ. And Tracy Hatchell Helm says, "Nope, don't think that is the one he built." And Janice Moody says, "It looks like Jimmy Kleiss, but she's not sure." Right there. That's
Boy,
kind
it does.
It
Yeah.
sure does.
It looks like him.
does look like Jimmy, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You got the parade of tractors, but you got the depot.
The old depot, yeah.
Good picture of the brick depot that was downtown, and you got the elevator.
Douglas County Grain.
Fullerton's. That's
Yeah,
Fullerton's. elevator.
Fullerton's, yeah, Douglas County Grain Company. Yeah, that old depot there right across from the community building.
Yep.
So this is North Central Avenue.
Yep.
And
Looking east.
and you can see that it was brick at that time. Kind of hated seeing all those brick roads paved over.
Unless you live on one.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, we've got a real bad intersection at Indiana and Scott that's just really Larry Bean just made a letter to the editor about it the other day. I mean, he's right. It's that intersection is terrible. When you get people coming, and I can't believe there's as much traffic as there is on Indiana, but there's a lot of traffic on there, and they hit that intersection and bottom out almost every time.
Well, Arcola's got some bad brick streets, and what I suggested some years ago, which fell on deaf ears, because it's so expensive to maintain a brick street if it's in bad repair.
Yes.
It's a lot easier to pave it over, but my suggestion was to make a community day out of it and have a barbecue and get everybody in town to come and take all the brick up, put new sand down and put the brick back down. And if you got 50 people working on it, you could
You think you get 50 to show up? You might get 5, I'm afraid.
Well,
It's a lot of work.
That's a lot of
depends on the
work.
lot on the community. I think you'd have trouble getting 50 in Tuscola to do it.
Yeah. You know, I saw a television show one time watching some Hispanic guys laying paving bricks. And
Yeah.
I'm telling you, these guys could lay bricks like, I mean, you could almost watch them move down the road. They were moving that fast.
Well,
Yeah.
that's the thing, I didn't want to say it because I don't want to sound like but it's not it's a compliment, not a criticism. Down in Arcola, you've got 40% of the town's Mexican, and
Yeah. No,
uh,
I agree. I agree. It's a compliment. It's not, it isn't anything derogatory because they
right.
can just, it's just they're used to dealing with that.
Well, if you come off of
We're not afraid of hard
133 and
work.
if you turn at the old Van Gundy house, which I think is Main Street, Arcola goes all the way through, I'm telling you that brick road is one rough rascal.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
You know, probably one of the better ways to do it is like we did the sidewalks downtown here. Put a concrete base, then put your sand and brick, and there's nowhere for it to go,
Right.
That's true.
Yeah.
you know.
Well, Main Street, our Tuscola Main Street has gotten so bad that I just refuse to even drive down there anymore. I always go over to Park Street and go up Park Street. If I'm going, north to the park or whatever, because it's really rough.
No, but for some reason they don't make brick like they used to. Lebanon uh, put down a new brick street, but it hasn't held up like the old brick. It's not as hard.
Yeah,
Um, and I don't know, those old bricks, I mean, they've been there
long time.
80 or 100 years probably.
Yeah. Well, they got into those ones that we've got downtown on the sidewalks. They call them bricks, but they're really concrete. They're not really fired bricks. And I think that's probably a lot of it.
Isn't that funny how the park has grown up on the west side of that fence?
Yeah,
Yes.
well, that fence just amazes me. Every time I go by there, I'm just amazed at those posts, which are actually old railroad
You're right.
rail. And that chain link fence, and I think they've been welded to those posts. And I mean, they've been there since I was a little kid, and they'll be there another 75 or 80 years
Yeah, I think so.
or longer.
Yeah. So that's the railroad track back there.
That's the west
Yeah.
side of the
So
park.
that's the
Yeah.
west side of the
It's the
park.
west side of the park. That's where you come around. In fact, you can see the makings of that little road
Right.
that comes around around the softball diamond now,
And before the tennis courts.
and before the tennis courts. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, these posts are all different with those insulators up there.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
glass insulators.
Yeah.
I'll bet if you walked along the railroad track back there, you'd find some of those old insulators.
Bet you're
Well,
right.
that was I've got 5 of them here on our fence. That was a big deal to get those a few years ago. Antique stores all had those insulators.
Yeah. I've got 2 or 3 myself.
Yeah. Gotta respond to my wife's text here.
You better.
Yeah, gotta interrupt. All right. Now, I don't know what, obviously some political thing coming through, but it says Moultrie and Pyatt. I don't know what the significance is of this. It says JFK 10/23/60. I looked up on the internet and I think JFK was in Wisconsin on that date. And if this is a 1962 picture, I don't know what that means up there.
Well, and the guy, so they got one guy running for Senate and one guy for state representative, Bob Wilson. And the other one's what's a
Sydney
Sydney
Yates.
Yates. Don't remember either one of those, but
Well, Eric Alexander says, fun fact, U.S. Representative Sidney Yates' brother Charles was a talent agent for Bob Hope and Bing Crosby.
huh,
I'll be darned.
I'll be darned. Yeah.
Handed to that Eric.
Yeah. Eric
Yeah.
would know. Yeah.
Eric wants to come on the show too, but he can't do Thursday, so we got to figure out a time for
Well, boy,
somehow.
he's got a lot of history knowledge.
He does. Another steam
Yeah,
engine.
Dilleview and McDaniel.
Yeah.
That'd be Kurt McDaniel's dad's
Yep.
business.
Implement business, farm
Big
implement.
case dealer.
They were located where the closed IGA is. That's the area where they were located.
Yes, it was.
Kyle Smith says a toy Oliver tractor like that may possibly end up with my dad after the seat on it broke. We had it in the basement forever and rode the crap out of it. When my parents had an estate auction and moved 6 years ago, the Oliver tractor sold for $2,000.
Wow. Who said that?
Kyle Smith.
Kyle Smith.
That the dentist's son?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Did you
Well,
hear
could
that,
be.
Andrea?
I think he had a son named Kyle.
Gerald
Oh, let me
Welber.
see.
Gerald Welber.
I believe so.
Yeah.
Okay, mark a point down for Allen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Marcia Strader.
Graham. Yep.
Graham.
Marcia
Graham.
Graham Strader. Yeah.
Well, I
Currently living
remember
in, go ahead.
her in high school. She gave me a ride home. I was a freshman and she was a senior, I think. And she gave me a ride home from school one day, and I thought I had died and gone to heaven.
Did you go in and throw a cold bucket of water on you?
Yeah, I think so.
David Kencoy says she's currently living in Florida.
Yes, she is.
That's his aunt.
Beautiful gal. Nice gal.
I don't recognize those guys.
William Bragg.
Atwood.
Mm-hmm.
Jim K says Major Bragg was like a grandfather to me.
I heard him talk of Major Bragg.
Jim
Now-
Cummings says Rock Island Hyder tractor.
This is at the far north end of the park and see part of the amphitheater.
Yeah,
Yep.
you sure can.
And you know, that amphitheater, I was looking through the history of Little League the other day, and
And
it mentioned that amphitheater was still there in 1965.
okay.
So sometime after 65 was when it came down,
Huh.
and I would have been gone after that. So
Well, you and Bob and I talked about that the other day, and it said, if it was taken down, I don't remember when it was taken down either, but we both agreed that we would both been away from Tuscola
yeah.
during that time frame.
The tractor said built in 1917, restored in 1962. Jim says that tractor is still in the area today and is owned by Gary Appleby.
Oh, well, be done.
Yeah, but the amphitheater is before my time, so it was. Apparently, I was alive and it was still here, but I was too young to remember it.
Yeah. Well, we had some neat pictures from it from the back side of it.
Right, yeah.
That I don't remember at all, but I don't remember that. But
Yeah, but I remember those pictures. I think those are important pictures of it because I don't think we've ever seen pictures like that before.
right.
And looks like they're maybe
Threshing.
doing a demonstration on
Yeah.
baling or threshing, or it's already been threshed. Looks like people came out and watched the show. So I assume this is out of the park.
Yeah, I think so. I'd say it's at the very north end, about where the tennis courts are now on the north end.
Wow.
There, you're still seeing
in
the
the amphitheater.
amphitheater there.
Yeah, I got some. Are those steps up to it, or?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Yeah.
Looks like one of those precast concrete steps.
Yeah,
But see, the old background to the stage is not there. in
Right.
this
right.
picture.
And I never remember the background of the stage other than from those pictures the other day. I remember it just being a stage. That's all I ever remember.
They had entrances on it, I think, on two sides,
Mhm.
as I remember, and it was for whether it be a play or anything else. The
Yeah.
contestants would walk behind there.
Now, somebody said, maybe one of you guys said that some of those benches from it were used as bleachers
Yes.
Yes.
for the
Yes.
ball
Yeah,
diamonds. Are any of those still out there?
No,
I don't think so.
no. I'm not sure where they went. That's Patty Jinks,
Sharon
Sure
Rose.
is.
Sharon Rose,
Joyce Newland.
Joyce Newland.
And I think that other one might be Judy Froman. One in front.
I just can't tell.
Well,
I will
Jackie-
tell you one thing. She has on a ring, and I think that's Angora around her ring.
Yeah. Yeah.
That means she's going steady.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, the
Yeah.
one on the right, that where you see half of the person, is Jackie
Joyce.
Brookins.
That's
I
Joyce
said-
Newland.
I said it was Joyce Newland.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's what Sharon Cappy says. Jackie Brookins thought it was herself. Oh, that's it. She said Jackie Brookins in front of Patty, or half of me is.
Okay,
Or
now that
the one on
could
the
be.
left.
Now that could be.
Yeah, that'd be right. That could be. I was
My
telling Barb
goodness.
the other day, I dated every one of those girls except for Jackie. At one time, I at least went out with them one time. Joyce and Sharon and Patty Jinks.
You sound like Mike Carroll.
Yeah,
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 doesn't
I
he?
know. But my stories are true.
We're trying to get Sharon to come up to Wisconsin with us because we need a nurse.
There you go.
Sharon
Yeah,
says,
she'd like that.
Sharon says he looks cold.
Yeah, she does.
Another steam engine.
Big belt.
Jim Fleming says, based on his hat, I believe this is Wilbur Jolly on a K steam engine.
Yeah, could be. You don't know.
Got the polka dots on it.
Mm-hmm. I think I knew all three of those girls too. The one on the very far,
Yep.
Mardina Bridges and Linda. I think that's Linda Kelsey
It's Janine Hall.
and Janine Hall.
And Marcia Cranford Hamilton.
Okay, yeah, could be him.
I think it is Marcia. She just passed away not that long ago.
Really, didn't know
Those
that.
are all classes 1966.
Yeah,
How about that?
hmm.
That looks
I
like
bet
one
you
of the Irwin
that's
boys.
Wendy Irwin, and that's
Yeah.
Is that Bill?
Bill Irwin, isn't it?
Yeah, they're doing. Looks to me like they're doing slump tests on concrete with all those concrete samples on road work or something.
Yeah, we had some other pictures from some road work, but I had too many pictures, so I posted them as a separate. So maybe this one belonged with that, but it was enough different, and it looks like a local person, so
Yeah,
I'm glad I kept it
How
in this
neat.
group.
Mhm.
I'm sure that's Bill Irwin because he used
I
to
am
be
too.
he used to be my neighbor. We used to play together when we were kids.
Well,
And then back in-
Bill Irwin says he thinks that's him.
Yeah,
Now, Lisa Weber White says my husband Jim Weber and his uncle.
No, I don't think so.
No,
See, Wendy Irwin, the man in that particular case,
Mhm.
he was what was his position?
County
He was,
engineer.
yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
it makes sense that it would be him, but I'm sure that's Bill.
Yeah, that's not a Weber.
Well, there's
Oh
another.
my goodness.
There's
Look at
another
that.
class of
Boy, that's on the left bottom. That's Diane Wheeler,
yeah,
Harriet Weatherford,
yeah,
Sandy Rankins.
yeah.
One of the Craigs. I'm not for sure. Connie Joe Staler. Behind Connie Joe is Jackie Harvey,
Yep.
Linda Callahan, Becky Alexander.
Oh, you get the points. You get the points, Bill. You did good.
Good for me.
Yeah.
I couldn't measure it. The one between Sandy Rankin and Connie.
That's the one that's got me baffled a little bit. And I said it looks like there was a girl that went to school with us named Nancy Craig. I don't know if that could
No,
be
it's
her
not
or
the same
not.
woman.
That's not her.
What do you mean? From Arthur?
Yeah,
No,
that's not
No.
okay.
it was Teresa Craig.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
I've got someone looking over my shoulder. Maybe she knows.
Looking at.
Between Sandy and Connie on the bottom row.
No, I don't know.
Andrea doesn't know either.
Maybe it was a move in and move out.
Yeah, because the rest of them stayed with us.
Yeah.
We're thinking of Jackie today. Jackie's ill, and I've been in contact with her, and several of our class members have been in contact with her.
Hmm.
There he is.
Yeah. Gee, Manee. That's Rick Beatty. Oh gosh.
Those
He hit me
boys
so
will,
many times upside the head
those
in
boys will
football.
win a million.
God, he was ornery. Gee, Manee.
Again.
He took out his mouthpiece so he could just mouth off. Believe me, he just wanted.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that.
Oh, geez.
You know what? I don't know what that is, but
Got the
boy,
old
his
water
dad
tower.
Looks like Tim Limna. Yeah.
Have you got those guys in the background?
Well, just to the right of Rick, holding the football, we think is Tim Limna.
Okay, you think that's Limna.
Yeah.
All right.
There's Joe Kleiss in it.
Well, might be Joe. Now
Is
that
that
is
Louis?
Pinky Cunningham back there.
Pinky's back there. Behind what I think is Joe. Is that Louis? Louis Leach?
I was going to say it's Louis Leach because I was looking at the head. Yeah.
But I don't know who the other fella is.
Oh, Rick, I'll be darned. Oh, now there's P.J. Williamson's building.
Yep.
And as you go into the park, David, you look off to the right, that house is still there.
It's where Chuck Tidwell lived.
When did Chuck live there?
That would have been, gosh, in the 80s.
Because when I was
Probably.
in high school, Chuck was living at Daggy and Carico.
Okay. And maybe it was after that. But I'm pretty sure, well,
So did Lee Williamson live in that to begin with? Because PJ owned that building back there.
Well, PJ built that house.
PJ built the house.
Yeah, he built that house. So
But didn't Lee live
lived
in the
there.
two-story house there in front of it? Or to the
Do
south?
what?
The two-story house that was to the south of that home. And that
That
one
just
Lee
torn
lived-
down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lee still owned that property.
I think he does.
He and his brother split that property up. His brother owned the what they called the sod house, that little house that was there
Right.
on to the east side of the property.
Had a flat roof on it.
Yeah, yep. His brother owned that. And then Lee kept the brick house on the corner and the new house. And I think the brother got the concrete block building in the back. I think that's why they split it. But I think that Lee still owns that property.
Hmm.
This is why I include pictures like this, because obviously they're taking a picture of this flower setting that may be done in honor of somebody. I don't know, but I knew that you guys would want to talk about the houses, the buildings
Well,
in the background.
where that flower bed is where the playground is,
Yeah.
wooden playground.
Yeah, that's all grown up and playground and trees and everything else.
I'm gonna
Oh
flash
my gosh.
I'm gonna flash a picture on here for you guys and see if you can see it. Let me get it in front of my camera.
Move it over just a hair.
Can you see that?
Yep.
Oh yeah. That's
You knew
Rick
that?
Beatty.
That's Rick Beatty.
Yep. Yep. That's Rick. Rick Beatty told Skinner and me, he said, "Hey, I've got these basketball tickets to the state tournament. But you got to go up there to pick them up." Well, that should have told you everything, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Skinner was so mad.
But what
Yeah.
are you going to do? There's
Here he
Michael
is.
Carroll.
That's Mike Carroll.
Yeah.
Behind him is Andy Jolly.
Yes, it is.
Don't know who's holding. By the way, you would hear the story. That's probably the greatest place kicker Tuscola ever had.
Well, and that's funny because I think Andy Jolly beat him out.
Well, I know Mike is watching, so I want to read the comment on Facebook. Sharon Cappy says, "Yes, that is Mike. I don't remember him as a kicker." Gary Brewer says, "Mike could do anything." And
Well,
Sharon says, "I don't disagree."
That
I
might
hope
be
it's-
Gary Brewer holding.
now that would be interesting. We'll have to ask Mike. I'm sure there's a story behind this.
Sure, there is.
There's Jolly.
Yep. His form looks better anyway.
Hey, by the way, look at the visitors' bleachers.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
There's no press box hanging over there.
Mm-mm. If that big tree is where I think it is. Oh no, that's the big tree. It's still there. That's one.
There's Briggs's house there on the corner. See?
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Fortney.
Yeah.
I'll be
52.
darned.
Mike Carroll, Andy Jolly, Don Fortney.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We still don't know who the holder was. Looks to me like they were looking for a kicker, so they had these guys all trying out.
You know, whoever's holding must be awfully afraid he's going to get kicked in the head
Yeah.
since he's still got his helmet on.
Yeah.
There's the parking lot.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, let's see who this is.
Is that Shuey?
Looks like Shuey.
I think
I was
that.
going to say Shuey
Yeah, I think that's who that is holding
with
the
the
ball.
cast.
Gary Brewer says he's snapping.
And Gary might be, in that other picture. That's Jim Glenn bent over with the ball. Is it, you think?
Blow it up a little bit.
Didn't Glenn
I
play
don't think
center?
that's Jim.
Bob, didn't he play center?
Yeah, he did. I'm not sure. I don't know.
It might be.
can't tell.
It might be. I was in the service with him, so
Well, this is the picture that Gary Brewer posted that is him snapping. So I don't know if that's Is that snapping?
That isn't Gary Brewer.
That's not Gary Brewer.
Uh-uh.
Now, it might be Gary Brewer in that other picture
Yeah.
for Fortney and Jolly and Carroll kicking, but he might have held the ball. But
So Denny quarterbacked some,
Yeah,
didn't he?
yes, he did.
although that doesn't look like Brewer been
No,
over
he was a
there.
lot big. He's not big enough. Gary's
No,
bigger
he's
than
not
that.
big enough.
So who's the guy standing there looking down? Can't recognize that.
No. I not big enough. I thought it might be Mike Kyle.
I thought Mike Kyle and the way his head's bent's Gibson, but it's not Gibson.
No.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, look at the visitor side. That's
Oh.
funny. Oh my God, Buckholz.
Yeah.
Now
He's
Buckholz he was a kicker at Illinois.
He was showing you how to do it.
He was showing you how to do it. Slim and trim.
Yeah.
Well, he was then, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Look at this car over in the middle there.
That belonged, I bet that's Tom Grubb's. Tom Grubb had one of those. Used to be my neighbor, and I used to ride to school with him in it.
Look how wide open. If you go back, look to the far left of the picture. There's 3 cedar trees or whatever.
Yeah.
It's just wide open country.
Oh, yeah. Look at all the trees in the cemetery.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah. Okay, that's Bob Arnold.
Yep.
yep.
He's working with the JV.
And you know, I believe the one there in the white looks like it could be Mike Allen.
Possibly. Mike was an end, I believe.
He was, yes.
That's looking back to the west, David.
This one
That's
That's
Burris.
Burris.
Yeah.
was this
That's to the west, looking back to that
Yeah.
shed still there.
was that one of those CCC camp buildings?
I think so. I think
It
that's what was
was.
left over. I think it was left over from that because that
You
was
know
used-
what? That used to be concessions
and the ticket office.
and the ticket office. You could come through that west gate.
Yep.
That's down there where the long jump pit is now, I think, somewhere in there. Yeah, that's Burris.
Burris
Probably
and Murray.
Murray.
'52 was Fortney.
Huh.
Another sled picture.
Oh,
Buckle and Murray.
yeah, that was always a fun drill.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was always, yeah, that's a nice drill.
Trying to strengthen
Remember how
the
you
neck.
used to have to flip over from there?
Oh, my God. I'm telling you, it hurts me right now just even watch you guys do it.
No kidding.
I think I'll get out and try to do that this afternoon, see if I can still do it.
Call 911 before you do.
Bob and I already did that this morning. We were up at the fitness center and we did that
Oh.
already this morning.
Well, that's it for today.
Okay.
Good pictures.
Yep.
I enjoyed them.
So, yeah, we did have I can show you right quick, maybe call these up here. We had some bonus pictures. I can flip through them real fast. We don't only have time, but I don't know if they're building I-57 or
No, I
No.
don't think they were involved in 57.
no.
They weren't.
Yeah. That there's one
Hang
picture
on.
there of a guy that I think I knew who he was. No, that wasn't him. No, no.
Now, hang on a sec. Let me look at this. If they're building,
I
some
think
of the
this
labor hall picture guys would be in this.
I think this is 45, Route 45, maybe.
I think you're right. Huckabee. That was a big name at one time.
Oh boy, you're right. You're right. You know, Daimler's old house is where that was the Huckabee house
That was the Huckabee house.
when I was growing up. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
hope he doesn't fall backwards.
Boy, no kidding. That looked like Shorty Rhodes. Go back one. Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know. Maybe not.
I don't know.
Yeah. That guy in the Cadillac back there, that must have been Huckabee himself,
Hmm.
right there.
The boss man.
Boss man, he's driving the caddy.
Yeah, boy.
A lot of hard work.
Yeah, it was hard work.
See, they had their own batch plant that they brought. They weren't even using the one in town.
Yeah. Well, it said 62.
Hey, back up 2 pictures, would you please? I'll tell you when to stop. Stop it right there. What year is this?
62.
Well, I don't
Well,
know.
that's Max Stabler right there without in the front. Don't you think? Possibly.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I
Go
don't.
close. Can you go closer on that?
This one?
No, not that guy. The far left.
Yeah,
it
that's
sure
it.
is.
That's right who it is. You're right.
Good call, Bill. Yep.
That's the guy that I thought was Wayne Goodwin.
Hmm.
He later worked for Panhandle, I think, but that's who I just sort of, I knew him, so I just sort of remember that might have been who it was.
Looks like a rough tumble group.
Yeah.
We lost Bill.
Pete Wireman's labor hall.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Bill,
why that one kid, I was asking what year it was because I thought maybe it was Ramey.
Bill, just a tidbit of information for you. When they built the interstate out here, the company that did all the dirt work was Englehardt Construction out of Libertyville, Illinois.
My relatives were very rich.
Yeah.
I bet there's probably a difference in the spelling.
I believe there was.
Yeah.
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 So,
Well, good pictures, David. Enjoyed your bonus pictures, actually.
Yeah.
well, it's just I went through them pretty quickly, but
You say that was 62. You know, Route 45's been there a long time, but maybe
Right.
it was just replacement of some of it,
right.
which I guess I'm assuming they're still supposed to be resurfacing 45 from Pasodum on down to Tuscola. I think that they've already tried to get easements to widen and resurface it.
Hmm.
It needs it.
Now, Bill Irwin says he thinks this was resurfacing of Route 130 from Route 36 on past the Hugo Road.
Well,
Oh,
that's
that
possible
could be
too.
too.
That's a very good possibility.
He says, my dad, W.A. or Wendy Irwin, was the chief engineer and inspector.
Yep. He
Yeah.
would have
Yeah.
been.
Yeah, he probably knows better than I do.
Better than us.
Yeah. So see if there had any other comments on any of these pictures. I just figured a lot of these guys were not from Tuscola. So there's one
They
where they're
could have been.
mixing concrete, and Wendell Warren says, I think Larry Bunting and I added the cement sacks to the mix.
Yeah.
They did have some local people.
Well, in 62, they wouldn't have been doing that. Wendy wouldn't have been. They might have worked out of the labor hall. You know who poured the parking lot at East Prairie School? This is a good one. You'll appreciate this. School opened in January 69, but in the summer of 68, the labor hall, there was 3 guys that were working on that job.
Well, I'm sure Ramey was one of them.
Shorty Moran,
Oh, really?
Greg Skinner,
Ouch.
and Terry Miller.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
gee.
yeah.
Well, we
Greg
got
said Shorty was going to call a strike every day.
yeah.
Shorty didn't like to work a whole day.
No.
Yeah, Greg talked about that a lot, about working, he and Miller and Shorty. They were pouring asphalt, I guess.
You talk about Wireman, Pete Wireman. There was a company out of Champaign that built the high school, the present high school.
Right.
And I'm trying to think the name of it. Anyway, there were some. Pardon?
I was going to say it's Coon or K.
No,
It started with a K. I can't remember.
I can't. This is Bruns and something because no, that wasn't his name. Yeah, it was Bruns. Anyway, it had been around a long time, and they came down, and Pete Wireman just gave them so much trouble that they vowed once they got done they would never ever build anything in Tuscola, Illinois again. And they
Probably
were
in Douglas County.
yeah, they were pretty big. They were pretty big time contractor out of Champaign at the time when they built that, but they had lots of problems.
Well, yeah, I can well imagine
Yeah,
some of the characters we had. And Pete, of course, Ramey ended up being the ramrod.
yeah.
Oh man, yeah, it was
Yeah.
something.
Well, Rick, no, the last guy that to run I think things around here as a business agent was Rick. His brother Rick. Rick was a little bit older, and I remember seeing him around here. I haven't seen him. He used to come in the lumberyard every once in a while and see him. I always sort of liked Rick. He really wasn't too bad a guy, but and he was willing to work. He wasn't one of those ones calling a strike every 5 minutes. So
Yeah. All right. Anything else?
Good to see you guys. I'm going to
Yeah.
have to go.
yeah,
Thank you.
good to see you. Take
Thanks
care.
Have a
Yeah,
good
Bill,
one. Thanks, David.
Tell
Thank you.
Michael hi.
We'll see you next week on Remembering Tuscola.